Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Allison Godlove. It's great to be back with you to share all the fun and exciting events that are happening this week.
Let's start off with Amy Sweezy. She is at the Orlando Science Center. Hey, Amy.
Inside Kidstown and inside the Isaacs Family Climb Time. It is so exciting because this is a really fun exhibit that they have for the kids. And this is my friend Aubrey Coates. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Amy. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, tell me a little bit about this exhibit. This is Climb Time. This is a play to learn place for kids up to 7 years old.
Yes, this is Kidstown is great for kids 0 to 7, and Climb Time is a great area for those who are a little bit older, maybe between the 3 and up age, where they can start using and defining those fine motor skills. You can climb around. There are lots of little fun games and activities, a scavenger hunt, all within just our climbing area. And that's not even the rest of Kidstown.
There's so many other things too, right? Tell me about that.
There are a lot of things to do. We have our classic Orange Grove, an iconic aspect of the Science Center. A lot of our guests have grown up with that, and that has continued to grow with our visitors over time. We also have some incredibly fun areas for even our littlest learners. Our 0 to 2-year-olds can start working on some of those moving skills, getting to touch, see, and experience everything, as well as our Explore Zone, which gives all our little learners that very introduction into physics, into touch to learn, hands-on science, really getting to see science in motion.
Okay, and I should mention, it's kind of noisy, if anybody at home can tell, but that's for a really good reason, right?
It is. Just like our visitors, the Science Center is always growing. So we are under construction in our new Life exhibit, which is going to be a wonderful exhibit featuring some new animal ambassadors.
And that opens in the fall of 2023.
It opens in late 2023, so mark your calendars.
Okay, awesome. And one other thing I want to ask you before we leave Climb Time, is this a place where parents can just drop off their kids, or this is meant to be them together?
This is definitely a learning together experience. There's a lot going on. We always encourage our visitors to interact with their family, even make new friends, but it's definitely a great opportunity for little learners to be working on some of these skills alongside with their parents, getting to start working together, which is a very important aspect of STEM to begin with.
All right, and the last place I want to visit is my favorite that has to do with the water. So can you show me that next?
Yes, absolutely. You're gonna love it.
All right, I am literally inside the Drip Drop Splash. Aubrey, tell me about this exhibit.
This is one of our most popular exhibits. It's so fun, it's so hands-on, and it gives all of our little ones 0 to 7
here it comes.
multiple different ways to start to really understand science, get very hands-on with water patterns, cause and effect, and just a lot of good, clean fun.
And you know kids love splashing around and getting all wet, right?
Absolutely.
This is fun. All right, so this is just one of many things that you can do while you are at the Orlando Science Center. Kidstown is so much fun for kids and adults alike. You can take a little break while your kids play and have fun. Be sure to join us down here at the Orlando Science Center every day but Wednesday during the school year.
The things you can do.
There's so much, and it changes all the time. So you can go back and back and back and still have a good time there. That's cool.
Amazing.
Thanks, Amy.
So let's start with Uncorked, presented by the Orlando Ballet. This is your chance to see the dancers perform up close and personal at Harriet's Orlando Ballet Center. You'll get to experience the artistic team and dancers while they choreograph right in front of you. Uncorked is an informal venue and shows that ballet is an art form for everyone. Get tickets for the January 10th show at orlandoballet.org.
Join Orlando Fringe for the opening of Fringe Art Space. This street party is free and open to the public. There will be an open house, a DJ, entertainment, drinks, and 2 winter mini fest teaser show screenings. Fringe Art Space is downtown West Church Street. The party begins at 5:30 on January 11th. Visit orlandofringe.org to learn more.
The Southwest Orlando JCs invite you to come out for the 39th annual Downtown Orlando Martin Luther King Jr. Holiday Parade on Saturday, January 14th. The theme for the 2023 celebration is It Starts With Me, Cultivating a Beloved Community Mindset to Break the Cycle of Injustice. About 8,000 people are expected to come out for the parade this year, and the route starts downtown at the Orange County Courthouse at 10 o'clock a.m.
The city of Ocoee is hosting its 15th annual Martin Luther King Jr. Unity Parade and Celebration on January 16th, beginning at 10 a.m. It's at the Citrus Elementary. That's where it'll start. It'll head down Clark Road toward the West Oaks Mall. And then after the parade, everyone will head inside to the food court for the celebration. There will be a keynote speaker, speeches from local officials, and a benediction and invocation read by a local pastor.
I had a chance to talk to Dr. James Welsh from the Florida Symphony Youth Orchestra. Take a look. Dr. James Welsh from the Florida Symphony Youth Orchestra is here to tell us about some of the exciting things that are coming up in this beginning of the year. Welcome. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much for having me.
So how are you starting out with the Youth Orchestra this year?
Well, we've started out this year by basically rewriting the script for the youth orchestras. We've had classical ensembles for years and years, and we added jazz ensembles probably about 6 or 7 years ago. But now we've started to do lots of collaboration between them. In fact, one of our recent concerts saw a collaboration between our classical symphonic orchestras and those jazz ensembles to do jazz or symphonic jazz music at Mead Garden. And we'll continue to do that throughout this season, sort of bridging the gap between classical and jazz structures and bringing, I think, what people in the community would like to hear.
So what events are happening where we can sample some of these mashups?
So our first non-mashup will be our jazz ensembles at Mead Garden in early February, February 12th, if I'm not mistaken. And that'll be a 2 p.m. concert. And if I'm wrong on any of these dates, you can just simply go to our website, which I'll share with you later. Those jazz ensembles will perform in an idyllic and bucolic area of Mead Garden. We love that partnership and we love bringing our youth there. Following that, we'll have our Celebration Foundation concert series where our flagship ensemble, the Symphonic Orchestra, will be playing. It's our 13th year playing there as a part of that concert series out in Celebration, and we're excited to do that every year. Then we'll see our premier jazz ensemble, the Carlo Jazz Band, at the regional Essentially Ellington Jazz Festival. The Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center has partnered with Jazz at Lincoln Center to invite 10 regional jazz ensembles from the state of Florida to not compete, but to share their musical wares with each other. And that'll be an all-day event held at Steinmetz Hall.
Wow, so there is lots going on. And the youth aspect of this, are you getting youth that are familiar with jazz? Because jazz has sort of fallen out of favor with a lot of young people.
It really has, but then we have our diehard young folk who've been playing it for ages, it would seem. And they have gotten their colleagues in the classical realm really interested in what it is that we've been doing throughout this season. So I would venture a guess that their Spotify list that everybody's sharing right now might include a jazz standard or two, which is really the point of it all.
Yeah, it's America's classics and classics.
Absolutely. Well, and really, I mean, we're talking about quintessential American music that can show up in many guises,
right,
in many ensembles, many configurations. And we're excited to do that for them, and we're excited for them to take part in it.
Dr. Welsh, thank you for being with us. It sounds so exciting.
Thank you so much.
And check out the Florida Symphony Youth Orchestras and take advantage of classical and jazz and all that's in between. It's your last chance to experience From Ella to Coltrane, the jazz photography of Roger Callens at Hannibal Square Heritage Center in Winter Park. This exhibition commemorates Callan's tremendous passion and talent for both jazz and photography, highlighting some of his best images taken over the last 50 years from Ray Charles in Miami to Sandip Burman at Daytona State College. 42 images are generously on loan for this two-venue exhibition, and this is the first showing of Callan's work to the Orlando public. Admission is free. Check it out now through January 13th.
It's also your last chance to experience the Asian Lantern Festival Into the Wild. It features more than 30 all-new, larger-than-life, handcrafted lanterns lit by thousands of LED lights, creating a gorgeous display of color, lights, and sounds throughout the Central Florida Zoo. Check it out on select nights from 6 until 10 until January 15th. Go to centralfloridazoo.org to get those tickets.
The Crialdi School of Art presents its 21st Unity Heritage Festival and Open House on January 15th and 16th at Hannibal Square in Winter Park. The festival celebrates the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and promotes community and family heritage. There will be a local gospel groups, games for the kids, and food. The festival starts at 1 o'clock on the 15th and 11 o'clock on the 16th.
The Orange County Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Initiative and Orange County Public School System invite you to the inaugural Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Art Contest. The mission of the initiative is to celebrate and recognize Dr. King's legacy through programs promoting unity, diversity, and connectivity. Students are asked to express their creative thoughts about Dr. King through artwork that represents him and his views on diversity, equality, and unity. The exhibit is at the Orange County Administration Center's Atrium Gallery until January 27th. That's a very cool way to get kids involved in the community, but also in this time of year where we're all celebrating Dr. King's legacy.
Creativity and learning at the same time.
It's a good thing to have.
Well, that wraps up this week of events, and if you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Allison Godlove. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.